Stop. Keep on, I said it ain't gon' stop. It ain't gon' stop, it ain't gon' flop. Stop acting like we ain't so hot.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and I'm back. Today we have Siege Hound. I usually don't do mainline figures, but I can say I do buy mainline figures if I find them interesting. And Hound is a figure that, or a character I should say, that I find interesting and that I like. This is the Siege War for Cybetron take on Hound. And I can say, like I was saying, I don't really collect mainline figures. I have a lot, to tell you the truth. Like, if I find a character interesting and I collect third party, so in Masterpiece. So compared to that, these are pretty cheap. And when I see one and it just catches my eye, I pick it up. So I do that a lot sometimes. And sometimes I'm disappointed, sometimes I'm not. I'm not with this line. This line is very interesting. I think it's a great time to be, I guess, a chug collector and a mainline collector, I should say, because this figure impressed me. I have another one too. I may do tomorrow. I don't know, but because I have some stuff coming that I want to also review, but. Yeah, it's very interesting. See his hands under there, of course. I think these figures are a whole lot better than the ones that came before it, Cabana Wars and Power of the Primes. Even though I have some of those figures, these are just better built, better joints, better. They're a little smaller, but better, I guess, overall. So, and less hollowy bits, even though they still have some hollow bits to them. So let's look at the accessories. You get this tire, which goes on the back here if you want it to. So you can take that off. That's hollow, of course, because it has to hit that plug. You get this gun, which you can put here. You can put here. You can put here. There's ports all over the place, and you get this gun, which is this handgun, which can go here or here, or where I had it here, or whatever. So, and pretty much it's like I guess a Cybertronian Jeep. Rolls nice. Of course, it's plastic. Everything, tire is plastic. So. Yeah, so let me transform this guy. It's not too hard, if I can remember. First, I'll get these arms out, just to get them. Pull this off. I don't think I transformed it since I got it. I transformed it back into a Jeep, and then that was it. It's not super hard, but I do like the transformation. And let me spread those apart. I like the way the feet wrap around to make all the truck mode, basically, the majority of it anyway. And you can get these out. Oh, can't even see that. Not doing it anywhere near the instructions. Put this up. Everything has a spot too. You're right. No, this little peg right here. This is for when it's in truck and it wraps around. There's a peg right here that goes into that little hole, that little gap. So yeah, so there's some gaps. There we go. One leg, flip this back over, get this other leg, Flip the foot. Got the legs. Put this down. As long as these arms are out, you can put this down. And then he's pegging to here on each side. And there you have it. Turn the arms so you have the elbow bend where you need it, and then you can fold this up. Goes in, and then it'll kind of lock on. Not really, but yeah. So there you have Hound. And Hound, their head sculpts, like everybody I got, the head sculpts are sick. Like Hasbro does do stuff right. They know what they're doing with that. So this type of gimmick, you have this tire that can clip onto here, and it's almost like a barrel, which is kind of cool. So you got a little gun with a barrel. Stick that in his hand. Then you got this thing. You can stick up here. He has ports. He has ports on the side. You can put it on the side. Also, they have those extra people, the extra I don't know what they're called. Forgive me, but they clip on to him, Hound, and I think there's a few others. And trying to think of his name. While I think of that, you can look at Hound. So yeah, there goes Hound in all his glory. So here's a previous wave, not wave, but the previous line figure. So as you can see, it's way smaller. Titan Master, I guess. Yeah, and this is one of my favorite figures. I love this figure because I had it as a kid, and they updated him so well. Like some of the figures they got right. Like this guy had no hollow bits. He had a little bit of hollow in there, but he was pretty much even his arms are covered. Like they did this guy. I wish they would do all the figures, but like I said, it's what a time to be a mainline collector, because this Siege line seems to be hitting the mark. Of course, it's not gonna scale. It's gonna scale with Chug. So if you're a Chug collector or just you only collect the main line, you're in luck. Let me go over articulation. I wasn't gonna do all that. I don't have the packaging, so but they're pretty articulated. He goes all the way around. He has 90 degrees elbow. That's it though. He has a waist swivel. His head does move. It does swivel around. But it's on like this flap, so it barely can move. His hands doesn't do. Oh wait, yeah, his hand is on mushroom peg, so they're not articulated fingers, of course, but they do move like that. And his feet have pivot, which is pretty cool. And he gets more than 90 degrees in the bend. Also can get the splits. And I believe he can hurdle something if you want him to do that. So yeah, this is Hound, Siege War for Cybetron, and let me know. I know I probably fumbled through this because I'm not sure what people want to see in a mainline review, but just wanted to show some things off. Alright, so I will get up with you in the next one.
Hip hop, I feel, I gotta say, who am I, you might say, influence, and I spit better than most in this game.